One of the things I tell my patients a lot is my surgery is 50% of you getting better. The other 50% is up to you. Anything you can do to make yourself better. If you're diabetic, you need to keep your sugar under control. You need to eat right. You need to exercise. And so you will definitely improve your situation with Shakeology. I probably use Shakeology probably 2 to 3 times a week. You can't beat it for convenience. There's really nothing out there as low a calories as Shakeology is. It's something that is not only good for you, but good tasting. There are a number of different plant extracts and herbal extracts that you have in Shakeology that are natural sources of things that are very important. Natural proteins, natural fatty acids, natural antioxidants, the vitamins, the minerals, the probiotics that help with digestion, herbal additions to Shakeology that are very helpful. It's more quickly digested and more quickly brought into the bloodstream. You look across our country, childhood obesity is a scourge in America right now. And the main reason is because we are feeding our kids unhealthy foods that are full of calories, have 0 nutrients, and they're getting no exercise. If you asked, how much money does America spend on unhealthy nutrition and unhealthy living habits? It would stagger you. Things like diabetes, all of the implications of obesity, bone health, joints wearing out, wounds not healing, hearts giving out, high blood pressure, kidneys giving out. All of this stuff is negatively impacted by the choices we make and buying food not only for us, but we're also buying food for our kids. Walk 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and let's say instead of eating breakfast, just drink Shakeology. I think the results would be amazing.
When I see a patient initially that's overweight, then I know in the postoperative period I may deal with more wound infections, more fluid buildup underneath the skin flap, so it takes longer to heal. Sometimes more pain. If I'm doing a mastectomy for breast cancer, I know that mastectomy will take me longer to remove all that tissue. To heal from surgery, to build healthy tissue, you need several key ingredients: vitamin C, folate, iron, copper, zinc. Those minerals, you don't get those from processed food. Those things are critical to heal and recover quickly. Since I started Shakeology, I feel better. I have good energy, I'm not hungry. There's protein and multivitamins and probiotics, and all those things together just make you feel better. It's important for maintaining a regular, nice, healthy gut where your bowels move consistently, because constipation is a risk factor for diverticulosis, which can lead to an infection of the colon or even colon cancer. I do think it comes down to nutrition, because a high-fat diet, which a lot of Americans are guilty of, is a big risk factor for breast cancer. So having a regular Shakeology that just, you can replace a meal with it and feel full so you're not hungry. I love it. It's delicious.
In the last 50 years, studies have shown that people who have mental illness are at a higher than general risk to developing obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, and then bad cardiac outcomes. Basically, mental health and poor health outcomes are linked because you have an increased cortisol level when you're depressed. Cortisol is a hormone that's actually very evolutionarily advantageous. If you need to attack, an incoming bear, you fight or flight. So it's wonderful. But if it's just chronic daily stress, then that hormone can break down your organs. It's just going to raise our blood pressure, increasing our heart rate. It actually can wear down your body. Also, cortisol causes, unfortunately, deposition of fat around your abdomen. Studies now show that increasing abdominal girth, especially for women, means that you have a higher risk for developing coronary artery disease, one day having a heart attack or stroke. So this is serious stuff, whether you're mentally ill or not. So starting your day out with Shakeology, we all know when it comes to health and fitness, it's that first step that's really the hardest. I use Shakeology myself. There are things like acai in there that actually give people a little bit more energy. So if you replace one meal with Shakeology, you're gonna help control your weight and you're gonna feel full. And the other thing is you're gonna help your regularity. Constipation affects the way we think, which is something that people don't generally realize, but it's very important. So drinking something that helps keep you regular while providing enough nutrition to keep you going throughout the day, it's like 3 or more wonderful things in one.
I got into the whole weight management and fitness because I personally gained a lot of weight in medical school. I gained about 40 pounds. I felt tired. I felt fatigued. I felt like not doing anything. When you're eating unhealthy food, you find yourself putting on more pounds because the fat cells are being activated. The other reasons most people are eating unhealthy foods is because they're stressed constantly. So they find a way to relieve their stress by putting food in their mouth, which activates cortisol. Cortisol is a hormone in the body which increases your belly fat. That's one thing everyone hates, and fat is hard to lose. The thing I have found most successful is having a diet that has a low glycemic index. It's the key to losing fat, actually. So with Shakeology, you got a low glycemic index. It just gives you more energy to do so many other things. Instead of crashing after a 12-hour day, you feel like you can go for a walk or you can exercise more. And I was amazed at how many healthy ingredients and vitamins it had. So it's healthy, it tastes great, and I replace it with either breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It just totally changed my life, not just mentally, but physically. I just had this kind of energy where I was like, I cannot believe that I can get through a 12-hour day without feeling the need to crash or fatigue. So no one has paid me to say any of this. I'm not an actress. I'm a doctor who's actually tried this stuff and have become a true believer. I'm not a believer in a lot of stuff because I do a lot of clinical research, and so everything for me is research-based. After trying Shakeology myself and offering it to patients and noticing the difference, not that I only had, because it wasn't a placebo effect, all my patients were raving about it. I've noticed in my practice now that I'm reaching for my Shakeology samples instead of my prescription pad.
As a trainer and as a coach and as a nutritionist and even as a psychologist, I've dealt with a lot of people that are sick, and there's nothing more frustrating than having someone that you care and love and not being able to truly help them. It's been a lifetime of research kind of thing for me. I got very, very ill for many years, actually. It took me a long time to get my immune system back on track. So it was years and years of trying everything and finding some good things, but having to take, 40, 50 different things. It made me emotionally, it made me depressed because my whole day was about what can I do, what can I take, and it was about focusing on my disease.
Isabel is such a purist about understanding the way the body works and what is available out there at a natural level. That's where the idea of let's create a real breakthrough shake that gives people good nutrition and tastes good.
Love it.
Shakeology is very special. You get your greens, you get your protein, you get your carbohydrate, you get a little bit of fat, you get the things that you need in one place, and it's delicious. So that's the great thing about Shakeology. It makes it fun to be healthy.
White sands, blue water, warm breezes. Drink in the beauty of the tropics. Exotic fruits from Mother Nature. Fresh, natural, delicious. A perfect blend, combined with the most nutritious ingredients from around the world. All in one shake. Looks so good. An iced cold treat. Shakeology. Now in tropical flavor. Shakeology. Tropical. The healthiest meal of the day. Stay healthy, my friends. Shakeology.
Saludos, aquí su coach Iris, no olviden que este y otros productos los pueden conseguir a través de esta su servidora. Gracias.